Now on KGW News, a Portland neighborhood terrified.
My kids wake up every hour screaming, "Mommy, are they going to come and shoot us? Are they going to kill us?"
Shooters fire more than 100 bullets, hitting homes and cars. Plus, when will hospitals start to see relief from the COVID surge? And more mask backlash.
I would like to see the masks go away completely, but if we could even just get them off of them while they're playing their sport, I would consider that a win.
A local school district faces criticism for making athletes wear masks during games. And first here at 11, more than 100 shell casings found scattered at the scene of one of Portland's most recent shootings. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Folkers in tonight for Laurel. Our Mike Benner checked in with neighbors, frightened over what could come next.
A home security camera capturing the moment bullets fly through a Park Rose neighborhood. People who live there so terrified, not one of them wanted to show their face on camera.
You feel like you're a sitting duck. You feel like they're going to come back. Are they going to come back and get us? Are they going to come back and finish it because now they know what they did? These ones, all three of these.
This woman and her family woke up to the gunfire early Sunday morning. Their apartment near Northeast 95th and Prescott hit by dozens of bullets. Just look at all the damage.
It just sounded like it was never going to end. 15 seconds turned into what felt like an eternity.
Goes straight through the gas tank.
A man across the courtyard echoes that sentiment. His apartment wasn't hit, but his SUV was. 3 times, along with several other vehicles.
We're literally just regular people, and we have multiple cars showing up and trying to shoot at us. Like, what did we do?
This man was not hurt, nor any of his neighbors, which detectives are calling a miracle. That's because officers recovered more than 100 shell casings at the scene in different calibers.
Whether it's the most we've had really is kind of beside the point. 100 plus, 50 plus, really any number is unacceptable.
With more than 3 months to go in 2021, Portland has already seen more than 870 shootings. That number is just shy of the total number of shootings in 2020 and more than doubles what we saw in 2019.
It is taking its toll, and people don't feel safe playing in front of their own house, walking in their own neighborhoods.
Nobody in this Park Rose neighborhood does, that's for sure. In fact, they'll tell you this latest spat of gun violence has them considering a move.
We don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to live here anymore. I want out of here. I want gone. You don't think it's going to happen to you until it does.
In Northeast Portland, I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
Now let's catch you up on tonight's other headlines. New video shows the moment that a brush fire started in Salem today. This was near Vita Springs Road South. About 35 homes had to be evacuated, but residents are back home now. There are still level 2 evacuation levels. That means be ready to go in case the flames flare back up. Police are investigating a deadly explosion in Troutdale from this morning. They believe the blast came from inside a pickup truck. It happened on 42nd Circle and also damaged nearby cars and homes. The ATF is providing explosion and fire specialists as well as an explosives detection canine to help with the investigation. We don't yet know the name or age of the person who died. A woman was killed early this morning in Gresham when a MAX train hit her. Investigators say that she was sitting against the tracks when it happened. She was also in a fenced-off area that's not supposed to be accessible to pedestrians. This was between Civic Drive Station and Ruby Junction. The train operator was cooperative and showed no signs of impairment. In the pandemic, the newest modeling on COVID in Oregon is showing hospitals could be full for 6 more weeks. That's bad news for the thousands of people who need surgeries but can't get in because of all the COVID patients. And it's not great for all the people who will get sick enough with COVID to be hospitalized. Pat Doris has an update.
Using complex modeling that considers a number of factors, OHSU data scientist Peter Graven looks into the future and sees the current 5th wave of the COVID pandemic starting to ease in 6 weeks or so.
I think by the end of October, middle of November, in that time frame, we should be out of crisis and more into more manageable levels of hospitalizations. But unfortunately, until that time, we still have a lot of people that are in the hospital for COVID.
He estimates about 26% of Oregonians, that's more than 1 million people, are still not vaccinated, but also have not yet been infected. He said those are the people the virus will try to reach, and that his modeling shows each infected person passes the virus on to an average of 6 or 7 others.
Eventually, it will run its course, and either you'll be infected or you'll be vaccinated.
The surge in cases has eased in some areas, but not Central Oregon. When I visited St. Charles Hospital in Bend 3 weeks ago, they had 60-some COVID patients. Now the number is roughly 100, according to Dr. Doug Merrill. He's the chief medical officer for the St. Charles healthcare system.
We're pretty full in the ICU. I was just going to check. I think we have maybe a bed available right now.
At one point, hospital leaders here thought St. Charles would hit its peak around September 17th. They no longer believe that.
There's an excellent correlation between the rate of positive testing in the community, and then about 2 weeks later, what things look like in the hospital. If we see the positive testing drop into the 5 to 8% range, then we anticipate that we're going to start to see a drop in the hospital population.
The most recent numbers available last Friday are not encouraging. In the 3 counties surrounding Bend, Deschutes had a test positivity rate of 17.5%. Crook County was at 14.7%, and Jefferson County 11.9%. The 5th wave of the COVID pandemic is not over yet. Pat Doris, KGW News.
The Delta variant is already forcing some Oregon school districts to stop in-person classes. We know of 8 rural districts pausing start dates or going virtual. The districts stretch from Douglas to Columbia counties. Superintendents cite the latest COVID surge in their communities, leading to multiple staff members and students being sick or exposed. Clatskanie School District had an outbreak a week before school started, with over 50 students and staff in quarantine. The superintendent decided to push the first day of school back 2 weeks to today.
We collaborated all summer, and all of the what ifs, and we've been keeping an eye on the community and the Delta variant all summer, and we were pretty much ready to pull the plug if we had to. It was a tough decision, but when we really thought about how, keeping our kids safe and having a really exciting return to school, the decision was pretty it was pretty simple.
Data shows about 1,000 schools nationwide have closed for in-person learning since the start of the school year. That is less than 1% of schools in the country. Keeping schools open and students safe are the reasons behind new guidance from Multnomah County when it comes to fall sports. Health officials are asking schools to require volleyball players to wear masks while they compete. That's more than the state requires right now, but many schools are answering the call. Catherine Cook reports.
Monday night at Gresham High School, the Gophers faced Centennial on the volleyball court. Both teams wore masks, even though the state does not require them to do so right now. The teams are part of a growing number of schools in Multnomah County now requiring volleyball players to go above and beyond state mandates by masking up during practice and games. Not everyone is happy about that. Before Monday's game, about a dozen people protested the Gresham-Barlow School District's new volleyball mask mandate. Among them, Sharice Edmonds, whose daughter plays for Gresham.
Of course, like I said, I would like to see the masks go away completely, but if we could even just get them off of them while they're playing their sport, I would consider that a win.
Over the weekend, Gresham played a tournament in Corvallis. Edmonds says theirs was the only team masked up on the court, putting them at a disadvantage.
Athletes should not be wearing masks when they're performing at a higher level athletically and using more oxygen than other people. I feel like they should not be deprived of getting to breathe freely.
The Gresham-Barlow School District and others are following new guidance issued by Multnomah County health officials last week.
We have a very strong working relationship with all of our school districts.
Multnomah County Public Health Director Jessica Guernsey says given the rapid spread of the Delta variant, athletes competing indoors should wear masks during practice and competition.
So this is based on our experience with COVID-19 and, contact tracing and case investigation in schools. Sports is an area where there are a lot of interactions. There's close contact. Makes sense, obviously, when you're indoors. it's higher risks.
Other schools are following that advice. Park Rose, Jesuit, and all of Portland Public Schools, to name a few. Right now, Reynolds High School does not require vaccinated players to mask up while they're competing, but their athletic director says that may change. It's all still frustrating for parents like Charisse.
Because this is America and it is the land of the free, you should get to choose what you want to do.
To that end, health officials say this guidance helps protect those who don't have the choice to get vaccinated or choose not to.
A vaccine will save your life, a mask will save someone else's.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.